Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different from my other ones. I'm going to be showing you what I bring to my internship, my journalism internship, and what I bring in it. And I bring it in this gorgeous vegan leather bags. So first and foremost, water is really important. My Rick and Morty sticker, yes. Water is so important. I think you need to stay hydrated, and it's really hot today, so excuse me if you can see the sweat on my nose. But water is definitely super important. So this is, I think, like 30 something. It's like 30 something ounces of water. These are some insoles that you can put into your shoes. These are for flats specifically. So if you wear flats, you should definitely bring something that'll make sure your feet are nice and comfortable. I think I had plantar fasciitis, so I personally have to bring something that is going to give me some comfort and some more cushion in my shoes. So this is what I bring, and you can bring other ones as well. So also what's important is a scrunchie, and I know that it's something that you can easily just put on your wrist, which is so much more convenient, but I think it's really important to definitely bring a scrunchie with you because it can get hot outside and you want to put your hair up if you're out on the field. So you definitely need to bring yourself a scrunchie. I've been in situations where I'm like, oh shit, where's the scrunchie? So the next thing you're gonna need to bring is a planner. I don't think it's super essential, but I've gotten into the habit, or I'm trying to get into the habit of writing down things that are important. So this one is for the year 2018-2019. So this is kind of ahead. It hasn't actually really started, but it's really cute. It has a whole bunch of cool stuff. It has like cute little motivational stuff, and honestly, I need myself some motivation in my life. So these little quotes are super helpful. And they're so nice, and they go, and this starts in July, so I haven't actually really started using this, but I put in a few things just so that I could be reminded of them. Like this cute little like self-reflective reminder that I put in there on the first page. Bring yourself a planner or something where you can write down your notes. Speaking of notes, you're definitely gonna need a little pad, so that way when you go out on the field and you're interviewing people, you can write down important things that are going on. Maybe something there's something worth writing down that you want to remember later, like the atmosphere, what are people feeling, what are the expressions on people's face. This is definitely important. I've definitely used it, and I just did this on the front because I'm cheesy, and so that's what you're going to use. So don't forget to jot down some names and how to contact them. So you're also going to need little post-its, and like this is a weird thing to use. It's something that I would keep out of the office as well. If you have your own little desk, definitely keep some post-its there because you're gonna think about things. Wow, I'm so sorry. You're gonna think about things and you're gonna feel like, oh, how can I write this and remind myself about it? Post it. So if you are doing photojournalism, you're a photojournalist, this is a charging thing that I got for my camera because I did take some pictures for the newspaper that I'm interning at, and so this is a portable charger, so you can connect that into your car and it'll start to charge if you're going somewhere and you're on low battery. This is a savior. I actually needed something like this and I didn't have any, and so it was really stressful not being able to bring that with me. Also headphones, they look crazy, they're all like jumbled up, but bring headphones with you, wireless or the ones that you can plug into your phone. Bring the adapter if you need one. It's definitely important when you're in the office and you're in a conversation with somebody, and sometimes there's a lot of other people talking around you, so it's really helpful to have just something that will isolate the noise, and then that way you can just hear the person that's talking to you. Like I said, it can get really loud in the newsroom, so it's definitely important to bring something where you can easily hear the other person that you're talking to, because you don't want to miss a good quote or something important that they're going to say. I would recommend bringing lipstick or the one that you're wearing for the day. I just had this in my bag, so I decided to bring this. Bring yourself a little tiny comb in case you need to like freshen up, you know. You need a comb like to look good. Okay, and probably the most important part, which is a pen or a pencil. I would recommend bringing both because in the event that it's raining, this was a good tip that I got from somebody. In the event that it's raining, you probably are gonna need a pen because it's gonna be difficult for you to write down things. So a pencil is your trusty sword. That sounded corny, but it is definitely important to keep yourself something that you can write with, so bring a pen and a pencil for sure. So I would also recommend bringing some tampons, some lady things. Get over it, stop being immature. Bring yourself some tampons, it's important, or anything that you need to use in the emergency, in the case that you start to bleed to death. bring yourself some tampons. You never know when it'll happen, so it's good to be prepared. It's good just in case somebody else might need it, who knows. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about my bag. I got this bag from Marshall's. If you don't already know, I'm a Marshall's hoe. I love Marshall's, TJ Maxx, all their sister companies. Love them. So this is the one that I use, and it's really, really handy. It's got this really long thing. Ta-da! It's got this really long strap that you can put around you, which is why I really like this, because I feel like using just the little handles, putting it like this, makes me look too like, I don't know, makes me too mature or something. So I personally don't really like that very much, so I think it's easier to have a strap also. It's definitely useful, so that way you don't have to struggle with this tiny little like, oh, come on, let's get in. So I think it's definitely important to have a big spacious bag as well. That's why I really like this one, and this one is being in leather. It's a beautiful color. Honestly, when I saw it, I felt like it was calling my name, and I was like, I need this, honestly. So I ended up getting it, which is why I thought it was perfect for work, because it's very sophisticated. You want something that looks sophisticated. You don't want to look like you're underdone or underdressed. Even as an intern, I think it's good to set a good impression for the people that you're working for, so that way they know that you're serious about this job, regardless if you're an intern. But I am going to say that I did wear ripped jeans today. The good thing is that we're pretty laid back, and so depending on the place that you're working at, they might be more laid back or more sophisticated, so I would definitely check out the other people on your first day, see what they're wearing. If it's pretty laid back, I highly recommend being laid back, but also like business casual, like what I'm wearing right now. This is the bag that I recommend. This one has a cute little compartment here, so quick access, and then it has two holes. So I usually try to separate my stuff between my personal stuff and my work stuff, so that way I know where everything is, but it doesn't always happen that way because, you know what, I'm a normal human being. Definitely get yourself a spacious bag. If it has two compartments, that's even better. I think that's really, really useful. And definitely one with a strap, because you never know. You might be holding other things, and you're gonna need your hands. You're definitely gonna need your hands to do things, so make sure they're available when you need to have them available. I would also recommend bringing yourself probably a small little jacket or something that can keep you warm in the office. In my office, it is temperature controlled or something like that. So basically, depending on how hot it is outside, it'll get colder. So sometimes I get cold in the office because it's just too cold for me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it gets really cold. So I like to bring sometimes a nice jacket, or I just wear long sleeves because I feel like that works best, and honestly, it covers me, but my hands do get cold. So I also think it's really, really important for you to have a watch. And so this is the one that I have. It's really, really useful having a watch. This one tells me what day it is. Honestly, I like to set this ahead maybe like 5 minutes, so that way when I look at it, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like move it like quick, you know? And I think it looks better also for you not to be on your phone and using it consistently, because I think it sends kind of like a bad message that you're like more interested in your phone. I remember one of my professors definitely said that to me, so I made sure I invested in a nice watch. This one is from H&M, and it cost me, I think it was $29, so it's really not that expensive. I know that some people want to spend like $300 on a watch, but just get yourself one that is going to work. If you have the funds to go ahead and do that, please, by all means, invest yourself in a nice watch. But I think it's important to just have one that is, one, gonna work, and then two, is useful. So that's why I really like this one. It tells me the day, like I said, and I think that's really, really important. Sometimes the week goes by so quick and I just forget where I am, and honestly, having the watch is super, super helpful. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking around and coming back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amy from Earthy Amy, this beautiful channel. If you guys want to see more stuff related to my internship, my journalism internship, please let me know in the comments below, and then if you liked this kind of video, give me a thumbs up, so that way I know that you guys want more stuff like this. I want to say also, just as a small side note, if you're in school still and you're doing a journalism major, or you're minoring in journalism, or you're thinking about making it your life job, I would definitely recommend talking to some people that you might know, your teachers, anyone that might be in the actual field working as a journalist. There was a recent attack where 5 journalists have died. I believe it was 5 or 6, and this happened yesterday, so this was on Kitty. So this was on the 28th, and I remember I was at my internship. I was in the office when it happened, and it was on the news, and it was crazy. And it's crazy to be an intern in this type of, I guess, world that we live in now. It's become so, unfortunately, so normal to hear that there are shooters at movie theaters, at schools, and now it is the first time that I've heard of this happening at a newspaper, and it's kind of scary. I think it's super important that we give a lot of thanks to the people who work as reporters, as journalists, as photojournalists. We put ourselves on the line consistently, and we're constantly bombarded with people being angry, upset, but we are, one of my bosses said it perfectly, we're fighting against ignorance. And ignorance is such a deadly thing, and credibility has become such an important part in news, and people just believing those who are in the news, like the news network. And so it can be really difficult. I know it's very, very difficult, but if you are pursuing this career, I honestly give you a lot of props. It was something that took my family a while to get used to, but honestly this job is super fulfilling for the fact that I am going out of my way to eventually write stories that are going to be exposing things. If we don't have journalists, then there's no way for us to get the news. So if you know anybody, give them a big thanks, and I am extremely sorry about the event that happened. It is extremely unfortunate. It's really, really sad, and definitely scary to think that it's going to, the same way that schools have become so much more guarded is the same way that newsrooms are going to be. But I think it's just something that people should definitely acknowledge, that our job is that it's not a piece of cake, and that it's not something that you can easily do. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye!